was a little bit fresh. He kicked out like he can do, and I gave him a nice little stroll around, but when he cantered back towards the gates, I was really happy with him. Today he had the addition of a barrier blanket, just trying to utilise him to get him out of the gates.
What a race. It's the Longines Queen Elizabeth. Here's Darren Flindell for his call.
They're off and racing. And 5.5 Star jumped hastily together with A-Omen, and they're the two vying for the early lead. Beaten up is Beryl on the fence. Red Cadeau handy together with Criterion.
I was really happy he wasn't too fired up, and he was quite smooth, and the two horses that we thought on paper were going to go push forward end up pushing forward. We just used them, used our good speed to put him in a forward position.
Working into that first turn now and pressing on 5.5 Star, having been caught deep in the early part, and it's going through to head off A-Omen now. Criterion got across into third, followed by Beaten Up and Red Cadeau back to fifth, further back to Tosin Stardom.
Along the side there is quite loose and happy in his action along the worst part of the track.
5.5 Star draws out by 2.5 lengths to A-Omen, holding a spot on the fence on the inside of Criterion. Caught off the course is Tosin Stardom, but Berry's allowing him to slide just a little bit closer. Followed then by Beaten Up on the rails. They're followed then by Red Cadeau to the well, covering a bit of ground. Further back then to Royal Descent over on the fence. Adelaide still back last with Lucia Valentino, and Spillway's just behind them. It's 5.5 Star racing past the 600 metres. 2.5 clear, but Criterion starting to bridge the gap very, very quickly.
I gave him a squeeze when I could feel horses coming around me because we had such an easy time early on. I was quite surprised how sharp he was, and in actual fact I got into the straight and actually had to really wait with him and just cuddle him because it's a long way home here, especially at that level of horse, and I didn't want to be getting to the front and being a sitting target lane.
And Criterion's taken to the front by a length on Tosin Stardom, who keeps coming the outside. A-Omen the rails, Lucia Valentino down the outside, but it's the Derby winner. Criterion well clear inside the 200 metres. Criterion's burst away in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes. It's all over. Red Cadeau goes into second. Clear from Royal Descent going to third, but Criterion won an emphatic victory in the $4 million feature.
For me, sitting on top of him, it was a delight to be able to cuddle a horse all the way up the straight in such a high quality field, and to win the Jewel of the Crown over the championships.
Lisa, Mum, Dad, Jason, Damien, Victor, Olana, Oliver and Summer. I love you.
For me, sitting on him and having that power underneath me and able to utilise it when I wanted to, it was a pleasure to ride a horse like Criterion. He's matured with age and is quite a remarkable racehorse when you look at his form and you go back through. He's competitive in a Gold Slipper as a 2-year-old, to be running in 2 derbies, to run internationally and represent Australia and Hong Kong in their toughest meeting, and then to win the Queen Elizabeth. It just shows you that he's a war horse.